Hi everyone and welcome back to the workshop. Before I start to machine today, I thought I'll make this short little video just to explain to you why I like to use C8 glue or super glue and tape. Now I machine C250 aluminium and I buy sheets of 600 by 400 millimeters, and out of that I will get multiple components. Now that is near impossible for me to vise up, so instead I resort to the old machinist trick of C8 glue or super glue 2-part and painter's tape. Now I have used different brands of C8 glue, but in all honesty that hasn't made any difference at all. I have found a difference in the tape that I use, so I always go back to this specific 3M tape. Now there's two reasons why I like it. Number one is it's very tacky, but the reason I like it the most is the more you burnish this, the darker green it becomes. Now it's not a feature, but it's just adhering more to the surface that you're actually rubbing it to, and that I actually use that for selective burnishing, and it works quite well for me. And when you do smaller components, it works extremely well. Now on a big part like this, I would not even burnish at all. Me personally, I would put my tape down on both surfaces and I would just rub with my hand 3 or 4 times very hard on the machine bed. I'll apply my glue and I'll machine away. What I have found is that you can apply, or you can use a lubricant. You can machine quite aggressively, or you can machine aggressively. It's going to be no issue at all. You can do a spring pass and the oil won't penetrate, so that it loosens your component from your machine bed. I never had a failure on a part like this. The reason I don't like to burnish this at all with a credit card or anything else than my palm is you struggle to get it to release from your machine bed, and then you damage the surface once you start to wedge things in here to lift it up. The way I have it is very easy, or the way I burnish it with my palm, it's very easy to get off your machine bed. On the other hand, something like a small component like this, now this is 15 millimeter stock and the component is 15 millimeters by 15 by 40, is I will burnish this quite well, and I'll use, let's say, this Sharpie and the whole surface area on both the stock and the machine bed, and I will burnish this until it's a dark green. Then I'll apply my glue, I'll hold it down and I'll machine away. Now I mean, obviously you can't go very aggressive, especially on your profile cut when you do that last, but I have, and I still do use a lubricant in this. Very little, but when I do my spring pass on my profile, you know, I leave a 0.1 of a millimeter. I'll apply a little bit of lubricant and I machine away. It's no problem at all. I have found this to work extremely well. You know, it's like anything else in machining. It's a level of common sense. I mean, you have to take the size of your component or your part that you're making into account when you apply glue and your machining strategies. Apart from that, I've been using this since 2019 and I had 3 failures, and all of them occurred in the beginning when I just found my feet and how do I apply the glue, how much glue, how do I apply the tape, do I burnish, do I not burnish. But I really love this method. It's quick and dirty, and if you just use caution and, as I said, a bit of common sense, you're not going to have any issues at all. But as I always say, you know, I hope you learned something, and thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.